January 2026. The Islamic Republic of Iran faces its most significant crisis since the 1979 revolution. For 6 consecutive days, protests have engulfed major cities, while the 86-year-old supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, publicly condemns the unrest. The question no longer is if power will change hands, but when and what happens next. Khamenei's potential fall creates a dangerous power vacuum. At 86, the supreme leader has already begun designating successors for key military positions, anticipating targeted assassinations and internal challenges. The race to succeed him has transformed from a hypothetical parlor game into a tense, high-stakes struggle that will reshape the Middle East and beyond. For Pakistan, Iran's instability presents both opportunity and peril. The two nations established relations on August 14, 1947, Pakistan's Independence Day, when Iran became the first country to recognize the new Muslim state. Yet this relationship has always been complicated by sectarian tensions and competing regional ambitions. Current tensions are particularly acute. Pakistan has voiced strong support for Iran's mediation efforts between Islamabad and Kabul, recognizing Tehran's unique position with the Taliban regime. However, Iran's efforts to support Shia communities in Pakistan have further complicated this delicate balance. The border between Iran and Pakistan serves as both a strategic link and a source of constant friction. A post-Khamenei Iran could either strengthen this relationship through new leadership seeking regional allies, or fracture it entirely if hardliners seize control.
The collapse of Iran's clerical rule will not remain confined within its borders. The first shockwaves will strike Pakistan, followed swiftly by Bangladesh. If this trajectory unfolds, global jihadism will enter its graveyard, and standing atop that grave, Turkey itself may face internal fracture. Iran, via Pakistan and Afghanistan, has long functioned as a central corridor for human trafficking into Europe. Bangladesh, in parallel, has been used as a golden transit hub for human trafficking, arms smuggling, contraband, and illicit financial flows. One of the most significant economic pillars sustaining militant networks in Bangladesh is human trafficking. Once the Khamenei regime collapses, a new era will emerge across the Arab world. When India completes its barbed wire fencing around Bangladesh, the country will effectively become a land-isolated island. With trafficking routes, arms smuggling, and illegal cross-border movements disrupted, extremist groups in Bangladesh will face operational and financial suffocation. Their communication and coordination with Pakistan-based networks will deteriorate rapidly, leading to organizational collapse and ideological despair. The political strategy initiated through Maduro has already begun weakening OPEC's authority. If the Khamenei regime fails to survive, Russia and China will also lose strategic ground. In response, and driven purely by national security imperatives, India, China, and Russia may converge into a pragmatic alignment, reshaping the future of the RIC geopolitical framework. The fall of Khamenei would accelerate humanity's entry into a new technological age. Nations that adapt will survive. Those that fail will share Venezuela's fate under Maduro, isolated, stagnant, and broken. Across Iran today, Khamenei's politics have transformed into a machinery of mass repression. Ordinary Iranians struggle for food, dignity, and survival. When life itself becomes unbearable, fear dissolves. Smiling in defiance, Iranians chant, "Mullahs must go," as they march toward the symbolic palaces of power. If this clerical fortress falls, at least 50% of global jihadist influence will vanish. India, China, and Russia are unlikely to intervene. None possess the political or economic bandwidth for internal interference. Strategic silence will prevail, especially from India, whose interests align with regional stabilization rather than ideological entanglement. Should Iran transition from clerical authoritarianism to democracy, it will rapidly emerge as a prosperous and influential state. With the dismantling of jihadist regimes in Iran and Turkey, the world will enter a new era of technological competition rather than religious extremism.